Hello all, very good morning. Welcome to Basics of Knitting Class 2. Before starting Class 2, let's have a small brief recap on Class 1. In Class 1, we have learned about three topics. Number 1, types of knitting techniques, warp knitting and weft knitting. Number 2, basic elements of knitting, knitting needle, sinker and cam. Number 3, major parts of a weft knitting machine. In that we have learned about creel, yarn feeder, positive feeder, thread guide, needle, cylinder and cam, motor drive and takedown rollers. In Class 2, we are going to learn about three topics. Number 1, major parts involved in a loop forming action. Number 2, loop forming action. And number 3, basic weft knitting stitches. Come on buddies, let's start Class 2. Major parts involved in loop formation. There are 5 major parts gets involved in a loop formation. They are number 1, knitting needle, number 2, sinkers, number 3, needle butt, number 4, cam and number 5, cylinder. Let's see one by one in detail. Knitting needle. Knitting is the technique of fabric formation by interlooping. The straight continuous length of yarn is bent into loops and those loops are interlooped for fabric formation. The main element responsible for such loop formation and subsequent interlooping is the needle. The needle takes the help of sinker during loop formation, which applies necessary support to the yarn for loop forming. Moreover, needle has to move along its axis for performing the loop forming. So, some other element, cam, is also required to impart the motion to the needle during loop formation. There are 3 types of needles commonly used in knitting machine. They are latch needle, springboard needle and compound needle. Latch needle is the most commonly used in weft knitting. Springboard needle is used in warp knitting. Compound needle can be used in both warp knitting and weft knitting, very rarely used in weft knitting. Whatever may be the needle type, they are arranged on a needle bed at regular intervals in such a way so that the needles may move freely along the axis without any lateral tilting. For this purpose, cylinders are with cuts or grooves. They are technically called as tricks or made on the needle bed. This diagram explains how a groove or tricks are made in a cylinder needle bed and how a knitting needle is placed on it for its free movement along the axis without any lateral tilting. Sinker. The primary knitting element next to the needle is the sinker. It is a thin metal plate positioned in between the needles. The sinker generally moves to and fro in horizontal, that is at 90 degree to the direction of the movement of the needle and maintain a fixed height. The old loop or the cloth falls rest on the sinkers. The construction as well as the function of the sinker varies from machine to machine. Sinker is used in both warp and weft knitting in combination with the latch needle as well as springboard needle. Sinkers may be unnecessary while knitting with the 2 needle beds, as the second bed restrains the fabric loops while the other set of needle move. Sinker may perform one or more of the following function depending on the shape and movement as well as the type of the machine. They are loop formation, holding down and knocking over. Main parts of a sinker. There are 5 main parts in a sinker. They are number 1, butt, number 2, shank, number 3, nib, number 4, throat, number 5, belly. The functions of these 5 parts are: number 1, butt. It receives motion from a cam system. Number 2, shank. It is the major portion of a sinker which connects the balance four parts of a sinker. Number 3. Nib, which prevents the yarn and fabric from moving up. Number 4. Throat, it holds the yarn during the loop formation. Number 5. Belly, it is the projected portion on which the old loops or fabric rests during the loop formation. Cam, as we learned earlier in the class 1, there are three types of cams for the loop formation: knit cam, tuck cam and miss cam. The bottom image shows you the loop appearance which is formed using the knit cam, tuck cam and miss cam. The miss stitch is also called as float stitch. The cam is a mechanical device which converts the rotary machine drive into suitable reciprocating action for the needle. Because all the needles have a reciprocating action either serially or seriatim. The seriatim means acting one needle after another needle in a regular order. The cams are very carefully profiled to produce precisely timed movement and dwell periods. Let me show you an animated video how a needle butt travels in the cam for a loop formation. This is how the needle butt of a knitting needle will travel inside the grooves of the knit cam. What we are seeing here is the knit loop formation. Cylinder. The image shown here is the cylinder of a miniature knitting machine. Commercially, it will be larger in size, depends on the diameter of the knitting machine. It has the needle slot or tricks on the outside wall. It is used to hold the knitting needle and to avoid lateral tilting. During the knitting operation, the butts of the needles move through the cam tracks. The needle slides up and down to pick up the yarn to form a new loop and cast off the previously formed loops. Major parts involved in the loop formation. So far, whatever the parts we have seen engaged in the loop formation are like needle, needle butt, sinker, cam and cylinder. The entire setup of all these 5 parts are arranged as shown in the figure. Loop forming actions. To make you all to have a clear understanding on loop forming action, the loop forming actions are splitted into 10 different positions of knitting needle. Position number 1. Idle position or rest position of the needle. In this position, the head or crown of the needle is at a slightly higher level of the top of the sinker. The loop formed at the previous feeder or knitting cycle is in the closed hook. Position number 2. Latch opening. In this position, the needle follows the cam profile. Needle is forced to gradually move up by the clearing cam. The old loop, which is held down by the sinker as well as pulled up by the takedown roller, slides inside the hook, comes in contact with the latch and opens the latch. Position number 3. The clearing height. In this position, the needle reaches the top of the clearing cam. The old loop is cleared from the latch and the latch is hanging down. Position number 4 and 5. Yarn feeding and the latch closing. In this position, the needle starts to descend under the control of the stitch cam. The old loop, which slides on the needle stem, comes under the latch. At this height, a new yarn is fed to the needle and the needle continues downward movement. The loop closes the latch of the hook and rides over the latch. Position number 6, casting off. In this position, the needle head approaches the sinker level. The old loop slides off the needle and a new loop is drawn through it. Sliding off of the old loop from the needle is called casting off, and the old loop is now called as cast off loop. Position number 7 and 8, loop formation. In this position, the needle with the new loop in its hook descends further inside the trick and the loop size gradually increases. The needle ultimately reaches the bottom of the cam, that is the downmost position, and maximum length of the yarn is drawn mainly from the package and partially from the previous loop to complete the formation of a new loop. This downmost point is called as the knitting point. Position number 9 and 10, attaining the idle position. In this position, the needle with the new loop inside the hook moves up. The sinker completes the inward movement and pushes the old loop or fabric to assist takedown. Now the needle reaches the rest or idle position again. This is the complete cycle of action of a needle for one complete loop formation. Let me show an animated video to complete loop formation action of a knitting needle. As I explained, this is the complete cycle of action of a knitting needle and sinker for one complete loop formation. Basic weft knitting stitches. Whatever may be the weft knitted fabric structures, all are made with these three weft knitting stitches only: knit stitch, tuck stitch, float or miss stitch. That's the end of class 2. Hope this video is very useful and informative. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, like and share. Please post your comments in the comments box. See you all in the next class in the detailed study of weft knitting stitches. Till then, bye from yours, Money Text Guru. Bye bye.